Good morning, everyone. 365 Ultimate here, and we will now talk about standard deviation and variance. So, ano po ang mga yan? Standard deviation is a measure of expanding a group of numbers that deviate from the mean. It is the square root of the variance. This means you have to figure out the variation between each data point relative to the mean. Therefore, calculating the variance uses squares because it weighs outliers more heavily than data that appears closer to the mean. It also prevents differences above the mean from canceling out those below, which would result in a variance of 0. However, if these are closer to the mean, then it would result in a lower deviation of data. Now let us talk about the variance. So the variance is the average of the squared differences from the mean. To figure it out, calculate the difference between each point within the data set and the mean. Once you figure that out, square and average the results. Software such as Excel can help in calculating standard deviation and variance. Let us see how this is done. Suppose this is using sample. There are two ways to compute standard deviation in Excel. STDEV-S, meaning sample, and STDEV-P for population. As for variance, same thing. So here now is a sample of computing for standard deviation. If your STDEV-S, STDEV-P. So if you look at this, 0.273227 is the standard deviation of this data right here, of this set of numbers. The variance is 0.074653 right here on column G. And S, we used S because it is a sample of the data. This has been 365 Ultimate. Thank you for listening.